Yes, good day again. We now look at question C, Foodie Global guidelines. Now, this question is focused on just-in-time, the Japanese philosophy or system, if you want to call it. And I'll get straight to my guidelines. Now, yes, you can read over the question. Now, this requires an in-depth review of just-in-time applications. So an in-depth review is really means some information regarding the history of just-in-time, where it originated, who used it, all right. The Japanese popularized just-in-time, well, Toyota actually. So talk about that, bring that to the table, bring that into your discussion. And their contribution, and its contribution rather, to supply chains, particularly in forecasting or in forecasting systems, right? You must then assist Lisa by advising how a JIT system should be implemented and what could be done to correct the current situation. So how should you implement a just-in-time system? So, for just-in-time to work, you need the right culture, quality need to be up, right? Suppliers need to be on board, right? So there are several variables that would ensure that would, harness a just-in-time approach. For example, JIT requires the right suppliers, as I mentioned, the right culture, and the right culture to be successful, among other things. Other solutions, skills, techniques, etc., are to be considered to reduce lead time, right? And towards improving the pull approach. So just-in-time is a pull approach, right? The concept is we only we pull resources, as have been required, or we pull resources when there's demand. When there's demand downstream, for example, when there's demand from the customer. Students can argue that there are likely to exist known drawbacks as well with JIT applications, so you should have a discussion, bring that up. All right, Lisa should be aware of it. You must then help Lisa adopt a methodological approach towards addressing the issue of the issue of a project management approach that should be at hand, right? Developing a project plan is required here. So in this question, you will be required to develop a project methodology to address this to implement a proper just-in-time system. All right, so this will be in your tutorial and I will guide you accordingly. But remember that, right? Lisa wants to use a methodological approach, right? And we're going to help her. Thank you very much.